This presentation was organized by Vecinos para Vecinos, Neighbors for Neighbors, a group in Fauquier County that is dedicated to helping our immigrant neighbors.
It was 5:30 a.m. when ICE came to Esther's apartment. ICE stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The agents lied to Esther, saying they were police officers investigating a crime and her husband, Alexei, was a potential witness. "Is Alexei home?" they asked innocently. Now Esther's gut told her she should cooperate, but she remembered something she'd heard on the radio. ICE had been making early morning sweeps using tricks like this to get people to open their doors. Esther remembered she had rights. ICE may try similar tricks at your home. They may say they're looking for a friend, relative, or roommate. But do not be fooled, and do not open the door. Instead, remain calm and be polite. Tell the agents that you'd like to see a warrant and their ID. Ask them to slip these documents under the door or hold them up to the peephole. Without a warrant signed by a judge, ICE is not allowed to enter or search your home. ICE usually won't have a warrant, but they may lie and say they do or show you something else that looks official. So look carefully and take pictures of whatever they show you. If they refuse to share any of these documents, then ask them for their card and contact information. Do not show the agents anything or say anything except, "I do not consent for you to enter my home. I do not want to talk to you without a lawyer present. Please leave." Now, ICE won't always listen to you and may enter your home using force. But saying these things might help you in court, even if the agents don't listen. The other videos in this series will help you understand your rights if ICE enters your home or arrests you. Esther and Alexei knew their rights, and the officers left. This is all scary, but remember, we have rights. After an encounter with ICE, take notes about what happened, writing down as many details as you can remember. This information might be helpful in future immigration proceedings. It's important that you and your loved ones are prepared for encounters with ICE, and that you have a plan for what to do if one of you is arrested, including information about who to call. If ICE comes to your home, remember, you have rights. Do not open the door. Ask to see a warrant signed by a judge. Tell them you do not consent to them being at your home. Please leave. If a loved one is arrested, you should be able to locate them at locator.ice.gov.
Do not open the door. ICE frequently lies or will try to trick you. They may pretend to be police. They may claim to have a warrant, what is the wrong kind, or some other official-looking document. They may try to force their way into your house. They must have a judicial warrant to enter your house. A judicial warrant comes from the U.S. court and must be signed by a judge. Without a warrant like this, ICE cannot legally enter your home, but they will still try.
One morning, while Alicia and Javi were getting their daughter Sophia ready for daycare, two agents from ICE knocked on their door. ICE stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The agents said they were police officers and were worried that Alicia's identity had been stolen. Javi cracked the door open to learn more. This was the wrong decision. Do not open the door if authorities come to your home, no matter what they say. Without a warrant signed by a judge, they have no authority to enter. But beware, ICE may enter your home forcefully anyway. And if they do, you ask them to leave if they don't have the proper warrant. Be prepared. Do not panic. And remember, we have rights. ICE agents may search your home for documents or other evidence proving immigration status. They do not have the right to do this unless they have a warrant signed by a judge that lets them inside and specifically gives them permission to search. ICE usually will not have a warrant, but they may lie and say they do, or show you something else that looks official. Tell ICE, I do not agree with you being in my home. Please leave. If the agents start to search, tell them, I do not agree to your search. These words can be legally powerful, and saying them might help in immigration proceedings, even if the agents don't listen. You have the right to ask ICE agents for their ID, their contact information, and their warrant, and to take pictures of any documents they show you. They probably won't give these documents to you. Do not answer any questions, and do not share a loved one's whereabouts or show them any documents, even if they ask, except for a valid U.S. passport or green card. This information can hurt you in immigration proceedings. Alicia was arrested. Never interrupt an arrest, as that could be dangerous for you or your loved ones. After the agents left, Javi took pictures of the damage to his home. He wrote down as many details about the encounter as he could remember, knowing it might help Alicia's immigration proceedings. Other videos in this series will help you understand what your rights are if you're arrested by ICE, and how you can try to prevent agents from entering your home in the first place. It's important that you and your loved ones are prepared for encounters with ICE, and that you have a plan for what to do if one of you is arrested, including information about who to call. If ICE enters your home, remember, you have rights. Tell them you do not agree to their presence or search. Ask to see a warrant signed by a judge. Do not interrupt an arrest.
Tell ICE you do not agree with their search. Ask to see the warrant and the IDs of the officers. Take photos. If another person is present, they should take photos or video. Stay quiet. Do not discuss your immigration status.
It was a normal afternoon. Judy and her friend Liz went out for lunch. The two met in elementary school and have been friends ever since. Liz is an American citizen, and while Judy was brought to the U.S. by her parents when she was only 4 years old, she is undocumented. Liz noticed two men that seemed to be following them, but she thought nothing of it. That's when the men called out Judy's name as if they were old friends. When she turned, the men approached fast. Judy had just been identified by ICE. ICE stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Stories like this happen every day and are happening now more than ever. ICE approaches people in the street, at work, in their car, or even in court. They often will not be in uniform. It's scary. But remember, we have rights. If you are stopped by authorities and don't know who they are, ask them to identify themselves. Then ask, am I free to go? If they say yes, walk away and do not answer any questions. In Judy's case, the agents told her she was not free to go. If this happens, do not resist or run away, and do not say anything, except I want to use my right to remain silent. I want to speak to a lawyer. Remember, you can ask to speak to a lawyer even if you don't have one. If the agents search your bag or your person, say, I do not agree to this search. They are looking for documents proving your immigration status. Witnesses have the right to film the interaction as long as they do not interrupt the arrest and they are transparent that they are filming. Judy was lucky. Even if you do everything right in a similar scenario, ICE may still arrest you. Another video in this series will help you understand your rights if you are arrested. After the encounter, Judy and Liz took notes about what happened, writing down as many details as they could remember. Be sure that you and your loved ones are prepared for encounters with ICE and that you have a plan for what to do if one of you is arrested, including information about who you should call. If ICE stops you in your community, remember, you have rights. Remain silent. Ask to speak to a lawyer. Say you do not agree to their search. If a loved one is arrested, you should be able to locate them at locator.ice.gov.
If stopped in your car, do not roll the window all the way down. Only open enough to pass your license and registration through. Do not show a passport from another country as an ID. You need to know if you are dealing with police or ICE. Ask the officer for their ID and take a photo. Say you are remaining silent and want to speak to a lawyer. Do not consent to a search. In Virginia, police are only allowed to pull someone over for a primary offense, such as speeding, running a red light, driving while drinking, or texting while driving. However, if they do pull you over for this, they can arrest you and then notify ICE. Don't give them a reason to stop you. If you do not have a driver's license, you can get a driver privilege card from the DMV, even if you are undocumented. Police are not allowed to ask you about your immigration status, but if they do, don't answer. ICE can pull you over, but only if there's reasonable suspicion that you have committed a federal crime. They cannot search your car without a judicial warrant or your permission. Ask to see ID. Ask them what their reasonable suspicion is. You do not have to get out of your car. Passengers should stay silent. Video everything if able. If you see ICE arresting someone, video if able, but do not post to social media.
Samir's wife asked him to stop at the store on his way home from work to pick up groceries. While shopping, Samir noticed a man who seemed to be watching him. Was he paranoid? Probably, he thought. Samir's heart started racing when he saw a second man watching him outside the store. He moved deliberately toward his car, telling himself there was nothing to worry about. I'm totally being paranoid, he told himself. That's when he felt a forceful grip on his shoulder. Without identifying themselves, the two men began to bark questions at Samir. It was ICE. ICE stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Arrests like these happen every day, and they happen out of nowhere. It's scary, but remember, we have rights. If you are arrested by ICE, remain silent. Ask to speak to a lawyer even if you don't have one. If you witness ICE making an arrest, it is your right to document what you see by taking notes or videotaping. Do not interrupt the arrest, but you have the right to ask for identification and badge numbers. If you've been arrested, do not sign anything. Keep whatever information ICE gives you. They will have important information for your family. After ICE arrests you, they will likely take you to an ICE office and ask you more questions before starting a deportation case against you and deciding whether or not to send you to a detention facility. Remember, do not say anything without a lawyer present. You can ask to speak to a lawyer even if you don't have one. Within about a day, loved ones will be able to search for your location at the website included below. This is all scary, but remember, we have rights. Be sure that you and your loved ones are prepared for encounters with ICE and that you have a plan for what to do if one of you is arrested, including information about who you should call.
Exercise your right to remain silent. Do not talk to anyone without a lawyer. Do not sign anything. Common misconceptions. If my child or spouse is a citizen, I won't be deported if I am undocumented. If I have lived here more than X amount of years, I won't be deported. Have a plan. Planning documents are available at all library branches in Fauquier, at the Fauquier Free Clinic, and certain businesses, along with a list of notaries. Documents also available are online at wehaverights.us. The UPS store in Warrenton and all banks have notaries, but charge a small fee. Remember, notaries in America are not lawyers and cannot give legal advice. If you have minor children, you're encouraged to fill out a standby power of attorney and have it notarized. Tell your child's school who is authorized to pick them up. Ask the school, what is their plan if ICE comes to the school? It is important for you to carry one of these cards and show it to ICE officers if you are detained. Red cards and other planning documents are available for free at the following locations in Fauquier County: the Bealton, Warrenton, and Marshall Libraries, Cinco de Mayo in Bealton, ATC Insurance, the Fauquier Free Clinic, and the Path Foundation in Warrenton,
and Tapatillos in Marshall.
Residents of Fauquier, Rappahannock, Culpeper, Madison, and Orange counties can call the PATH Community Link phone number for help finding a notary, legal assistance, and asking questions.
Free legal assistance is available twice a month at the Fauquier Free Clinic in Warrenton on the first Thursday of the month from 4 to 6 p.m. and the third Monday of the month from 12 to 2 p.m. To get current alerts and information about police or ICE activity in Fauquier County, join our WhatsApp group by texting your name to 540-905-9373.
Things are changing constantly. Stay informed and check the Vecinos para Vecinos Facebook page for updates. You are not alone. There are many people in the community here to help. Be careful and know your rights.
We anticipate that in the coming months there will be more ICE agents and more deportations. You must be prepared. Complete the necessary documents for an immigration emergency. Make sure everything with your vehicle is up to date. And most importantly, if you are stopped by an ICE agent, know your rights.